Merry Bookmas, guys! Happy day 6 of Bookmas. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my 12 favorite books of 2025. I couldn't decide on just 10, and some of them, there's a tiebreaker, and I will be mentioning both of them because I couldn't choose. I could not choose. So I'm going to be talking about my favorite book from each month of the year. I'm super excited to kind of reflect on my reading year and maybe give you some recommendations if you haven't read these yet. Or if you have, we can fangirl together. I'm so excited for this video. I am very tired, so I apologize if I'm really low energy. I'm trying my best, guys. It's been a busy holiday season, and I'm so grateful that I have friends that are inviting me to do things. I just wish I had the energy to match it. But anyways, I am channeling Conrad Fisher season 3 with my little sweater and my little white tee poking out. I miss him, guys. I love him. I'm also going to include my monthly wraps so you can see all the books I read each month. I have them on my iPad because, girl, y'all know me and my memory. So as of today, December 16th, 2025, I am on my 90th book of the year. And that's so insane for me to say because I've read more than I ever have before. I'm so proud of myself, guys. I usually read anywhere from 50 to 60 books. I mean, the past 4 years, that's what I've read every year. So to say I'm on my 90th book is kind of insane. But I will say I made my reading goal 50 this year. And instead of 60, 65, after I hit that, I was like, oh, I can just read for fun now. And I don't know if that is part of the reason why I read so much more. I didn't plan to read so much, but it just happened. And yeah. As y'all know, this was the year of rereads for me. I reread so many books, and I do count them towards my goal. I've talked about it in a previous video, but I am a new person. Every time I reread a book, it counts. I don't care. So here's my January Wrapped. So my favorite book of January was Well Actually by Maisie Eddings. This was actually a read now option on NetGalley, so it wasn't published until August of this year, but I read it on NetGalley. Bro, I binged it. So good. This was my first book by her. And if you've ever seen the Chicken Shop date where the girl, Amelia, I think is her name, does the talk show with celebrities while they eat chicken nuggets, this is basically a fan fiction of that. It's so good. Black Cat, Golden Retriever, Enemies to Lovers. It's so fun, so spicy, And yeah, so this was my favorite book of January. I didn't start doing my Canva template until March, so that's when it's like really accurate. So I kind of loosely did my January and February for the sake of this video to be cohesive, but I think it's wrong. But anyway, ignore. My favorite book for February was Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. This book was insanity. There was crack in these frayed edges because what do you mean? As soon as I finished it, I turned back to page 1 and reread it immediately after. And Spotify Wrapped called me out because it told me my biggest audiobook day was the day this book came out, and that I went swimming and didn't come up for air from morning to night. Read this book in one day, listened to the audiobook, and then immediately 2 days later finished it again. I just loved it. I know it's not for everyone, but I was freaking feral over this book. So this was definitely my favorite read of February. Okay, March was such a good reading month, guys. It was so hard to pick which book was my favorite, but I think I'm gonna go with First Time Caller. I love this book so much. It was my first book by B.K. Borison, and I loved it. It was a Sleepless in Seattle retelling, kind of like loosely inspired by. And I just loved it so much. Like, these characters and their story really stayed with me. So I cannot wait to read the sequel next year. But also The Unmaking of June Farrow. Guys, this was my first book by Adrienne Young. This book blew my mind. It was so beautifully well done. I went into it totally blind, and I kind of want to give zero spoilers so you do the same. Guys, it's a story about womanhood, being a mother. I literally don't want to spoil anything, but it's so good, like a little time travel. I really recommend that you go into it blind and just let it all unfold, because it was such a cool reading experience. So I had to talk about this book. I don't know if y'all can see, I have Hello Kitty PJs on. They're Christmas. My Hello Kitty pillow, like, it's a vibe. Okay, for the month of April, I read the Poppy War series for the first time. Guys, it was my first series by R.F. Kuang. Love her. She's such a tiny little fairy, delicate woman, and then she just writes books of agony and despair and rage and war and genocide, and you're like, so these books are very dark, but they hurt so good. And so my favorite book for the month of April is The Dragon Republic. This is book 2 in the trilogy, and it was my favorite. This story really stayed with me, and I think it always will. I read it because if you're an anime watcher, This was a book recommendation if you loved Attack on Titan, which Attack on Titan has my heart and soul. And I definitely saw so much of my favorite Attack on Titan characters in these characters. It's different, but there's a lot of things that are the same. I'm not gonna get too crazy into it, but like the first book, she's trying to get into a military school, the top military school, and that's very similar to like in season 1 of Attack on Titan. They're like trying to get into the Scouts regiment, and then it just becomes this whole other thing, mind-boggling, and that's exactly what these books are too. May was also such a good reading month, guys. I was really in my YA era, and my favorite book for the month of May was definitely Heavenly Bodies. It might be my favorite book of the year, guys. I freaking loved it. The first time I read it, I just listened to the audio, so I wasn't able to like grasp everything, but I reread it in November, and I talk about it a lot in my November wrap. So if you're curious, or if you want to go to my Bookstagram and read my reviews for almost any of these books, they are all there. You can find them pretty easily if you go to my reviews highlights. But I don't have Heavenly Bodies with me. But I do have this. And guys, this was like almost taboo because a lot of Emily Henry lovers did not like this book, but I loved it. I think it's in my top 3 of her books. And I think another reason I loved Great Big Beautiful Life is because her main male character, he's so Allie Hazelwood coded, guys. And y'all know I'm a slut for Allie Hazelwood men. So I think that, and I just loved the plot. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was one of her best works yet. Don't come for me. June was also another great reading month. It was definitely, we'll jump right into it, guys. My favorite book for the month of June was Problematic Summer Romance. My Queen Allie was on another freaking level this year. I think she released 5 books in total, and they were all freaking bangers. So good. That woman does not sleep, and I love her for it. She keeps us fed. Anyway, after I read Problematic Summer Romance, again, last page, flipped back to page 1 and reread their shit. So freaking good. I love an age gap. I don't care. Arrest me. I love this book, and it had all the summer vibes. We flashback a couple chapters to like their first meeting in, I want to say she was in, Edinburgh, and studying there. And so like he's Irish. Oh my god, guys, the audiobook. The audiobook is so good. I love this book so much. But this spurred me going, oh, I miss my Queen Allie. I'm going to reread every work of art she has ever made. So I did. I went and reread her backlog, And also, I want to say June is the month that the Love Hypothesis movie was announced. So I was like, oh my God, I have not read the Love Hypothesis since 2021, guys. So I reread it and it hit so much harder. I think I read it in a day. And then also for the month of June, probably one of my favorite books of the year, The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. Guys, no one can do a gothic romance like Miss Rachel. She is a queen. Oh my God, the vibes were immaculate. Her stories are so unique. They're in a league of their own. But, oh my God, the yearning, the banter, the story, so freaking good, guys. It stayed with me, and now I cannot wait for the sequel next year. July, again, I had such a good reading year, guys. And to reflect and look back on the months, I read the Percy Jackson series for the first time with my friends Celine and Maria. It was such a fun time. And the best book in July was The X-Files. Guys, Jessica Joyce, you goddess divine, OMFG. Guys, all of my friends absolutely love this book, and I don't know why I was so late to the game, but I'm here now. And Eli Mora, if you're watching, I love you. And your slutty little gold chain. Oh my God. But no, the second chance romance, guys. So freaking good. Again, dual timeline going back in the past to current day. He's so Conrad Fisher coded, guys. He goes to therapy. Need I say more? Need I say more? So anyway, this was the definition of yearning and forced proximity, and just so freaking perfect. I absolutely loved this book. It was pure poetry too. So August, I started like slowing down on like the amount of books I was reading, but it was still such a good month. I loved Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I have a review for that one on my page as well. I love V.E. Schwab. I love her storytelling abilities. That was such a good read. I love a good vampire. I love a good lesbian vampire romance. But my favorite book for August was The Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. By a man? Are we kidding, Madison? Who is she? But guys, I started my Red Rising journey this year, and I love these characters in this world so much, and this book is still my favorite. I'm on book 6 right now, and again, I'm not done with book 6, so but this has been my favorite so far. The plot twists, the betrayals, it was pure cinema. It was such a masterpiece of fiction. This book is so crazy good. And then for the month of September, my birthday month, guys, I always love that we do our Throne of Glass reread when we do, because I get to read Queen of Shadows, which is my favorite book in the Throne of Glass series. I always get to, I've read it on my birthday the past 3 years in a row now, and I just love it so much. Feels so nostalgic. Anyway, but my favorite book, I don't have it with me because I let my cousin Courtney borrow it. I think she forgot, so if you're watching this, read my book so I can have it back. Love you. But my favorite book for September was A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I just loved it so much. It was so magical, so cozy. I loved every element, every character, every plot line, and I just saw so much of myself in the main character. Just as someone who, she started out, she was like the most powerful witch ever, and she lost her powers, and so she had to rediscover who she was without it. And I know it's not the same, but I went through something very similar with my diagnosis, and I had to rediscover who I was completely, like, from the ground up. And yeah, it was a lot of just like reflection. She had a hard time like connecting her current self to like her past selves, and it was just so beautiful. There was autism representation. It was a story of like so many people with different backgrounds and coming from all different ways of life, becoming a found family. It was just so wholesome. So that was my favorite book. I like when it's dark out. October will cure me. Guys, October was iconic. I reread Bride because Mate came out, I want to say the first week of October. And so I was totally in like the vampire werewolf era. And I reread Twilight. Guys, life was perfect. October was so fun. My favorite book for October was It's Different This Time by Joss Richard. Guys, this was her debut novel, her first book, and it was so freaking good. This is a romance book. Second chance, dual timeline, going back and forth from the past to the present, autumn in New York, and they were roommates. And he's a chef. She's like a big theater girl, like going on Broadway. It's just, oh my God. The vibes were perfection. And it was truly such a good romance. And I pictured the main male character as David Cornsweet. Guys, highly recommend. Highly recommend. It was so good. Okay, guys, we are wrapping up, I promise. Here was my November Wrapped, and my favorite books in November were 2 rereads. Quicksilver. Guys, I forgot how much I love this book. I read it in March of this year, and I reread it because Brimstone was coming out, and guys, this book is iconic. I freaking love it. So good. Brimstone was unfortunately not as big of a hit for me, but I absolutely loved Quicksilver. So good. So happy I reread it. And then I reread Heavenly Bodies, which I don't have with me because my sister-in-law has it and she's reading it. But yeah, I just love that book so much. I started the sequel this week and continue on with that story. It's just so beautiful. Again, I won't yap your ear off. I'm sure this video is already 17 years long, but yeah, Quicksilver and Heavenly Bodies. Okay, in December, the month we're in now, we are not done. I plan to get a couple more books before the end of the year wraps up, but I know my favorite book is not going to change for the month of December. It's Heated Rivalry. Guys, consumed my entire being. I've told everyone I know to read it right now or watch the show. Guys, I've rewatched the episodes. I read the book in like one day. I'm reading the sequel right now. That's my 90th book of the year, is The Long Game. Guys, I love those tragic little gay hockey players. They are everything to me. And they're so the Song of Achilles coded. Like literally Elia is Achilles, Shane is Patroclus. Guys, it's so spicy, but it's like it's a 7-year-long situationship. So the level of yearning, the forbidden aspect, they're rivals, but they love each other. It's just brought out the most visceral fangirl in me. Like, I'm consumed. My every waking thought is about them. So yeah, that is my year in books, my 12-ish favorite books of the year. I know I kind of yapped forever, but if you made it this far, I love you so much. So happy you're here, and here's to a good reading year for 2026. Okay, Advent calendar for Bookmas Day 6. Let's do it. Guys, I've been waiting for my queen. Guys, this is Kuromi. She is so cute. She's my Melody's bestie. She loves Halloween and all things spooky. She's such a baddie. And she's so cute. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I love her. Guys, we did it. We freaking did it, guys. This girl needs no introduction. She's the OG, the queen. Hello Kitty herself. This is the best advent calendar ever. I'm so obsessed. Okay. Yay for day 6. Yes. Getting confused. Hanging on by a thread, guys. But I'm having fun. Okay, see you in the next one.